The night was a blur of screams and shadows as we stumbled through the dense forest, desperately trying to escape. It all started with a camping trip gone wrong. My friends and I had planned a peaceful weekend in the woods, but as soon as the sun set, we realized we were not alone. A series of guttural growls surrounded our campsite, and we saw a pair of glowing eyes in the darkness. Now we were running for our lives with an unknown predator hot on our trail. Every snap of a twig and rustle of leaves made our hearts race faster. We needed to find shelter before it was too late. We found a dilapidated cabin deep in the woods and rushed inside, barricading the door behind us. As we caught our breath, we pieced together what had happened. Earlier that day, we had discovered an ancient totem buried in the ground and, out of curiosity, brought it back to camp. That night, the totem began to glow and the forest came alive with sinister forces. We realized too late that we had disturbed something ancient and malevolent. As we debated our next move, the growls grew louder, and the cabin walls began to shake. We were trapped, and whatever was out there was getting closer. In a desperate bid for survival, we searched the cabin for anything that could help us. We found an old journal filled with cryptic warnings and sketches of the totem. The previous occupants had faced the same horrors and noted that the only way to appease the creature was to return the totem to its original resting place. With no other options, we decided to brave the darkness once more. We grabbed the totem and stepped outside, the air thick with tension. Every step felt like an eternity as we retraced our path, the creature's presence growing ever nearer. The forest seemed to close in around us, the trees whispering threats. We finally reached the totem's resting place, but the creature was upon us. With trembling hands, we placed the totem back into the ground. For a moment, everything went still. Then a blood-curdling roar shattered the silence, and the creature lunged at us. In a flash of instinct, we dove aside, and the creature vanished into the night, its anger seemingly quelled. We collapsed, exhausted and terrified, as the first light of dawn broke through the trees. We survived, but the memory of that night would haunt us forever. We vowed never to speak of it again, knowing the forest held secrets best left undisturbed.